Okay, hello everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome to part, let's not say, my farewell graduation campaign. What I'm gonna do is, and I need to do it, is I'm gonna create some thumbnails. I don't know when. Oh, geez, I don't think I can get. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do that any sooner than Friday. But we're gonna make a thumbnail for the Russia campaign, and then also one for the Japan one, since those are the last two. And I'll put out a reminder on the community tab about that. Those being the last two things we're gonna do before the channel goes into hibernation, goes into hiatus, retirement, whatever you want to call it. But today I streamed already this morning. Gonna try to obviously gonna stream a little bit more right now. Let's see if we can get out 1936, or at least maybe establish some sort of proper government here in Russia. We're still trying to figure out what it is we're gonna be. Also, okay, wait a minute. What else? Because my week this week, I'm shifting all over the place. So just real quick, in terms of when streaming, so earlier in the day, there goes Caesar, there weren't too many people because I was streaming during like work hours for the United States, so that's why I decided I was going to stream now instead, and I'll probably stream in the afternoon going forward, because I could also stream in the early morning, but I don't think it's really going to work out. So it's just it's one of those things where like this is where I need to fit it in. Now, having said that, I should put my cards on the table. I think I've told people that like I'm watching Zeta Gundam right now because it's free on the official channel. So like it's an HD, it's remastered, it looks great. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. But it's only gonna be around until I think the 20th, and there's 50 episodes. So I'm trying to like also set aside some time to watch that. So essentially my extracurricular time right now, it's just either Zeta Gundam or streaming. That's the plan. Now, having said that, the plan is also to stream tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's Tuesday, but then Wednesday may unfortunately have to be a morning stream just because some stuff has come up, and then Thursday, my actual calendar's in the other room. Thursday, though, I should be good in the night. So we're streaming now, we're streaming tomorrow night, we'll stream Wednesday morning, stream Thursday night. Yeah, that is what we're looking at. And I'm trying to get like 2 hours done a day so that I can like hopefully make some semblance of progress in each of these campaigns whenever we do it. So like there's this notable movement forward. Excuse me. So we're still working on this research stuff here. Of course, we want to get mechanical computing up and running. The sooner the better. Sooner the better. We let's see, the passive sonar is already queued up. Good. Almost we can start doing the industry one here, which again, that PPI, really tempting for the electronics research speed, like really freaking tempting. Gosh, because the 10 and the 5, so that's a total of 15% really for the armor. But no, I can tell myself, factory output more important. The construction speed in infantry equipment, stuff that it's gonna all work out in the end. That's what I'm hoping. Of course, there's some people I've seen in the past, people who will do things where they actually will shift their research and production things. So I mean, not necessarily this specific example, but do something where it's like, okay, I'm gonna do OPC, then I'm gonna do PPI. I've seen things where people will like get the nuke guy or whoever's their nuke person somewhere when the time comes. So we'll see. Wait a minute, what's this? That's right, the Eurasianist. Yeah, but you see, we're not gonna... There just seemed to be like its own mini-game, the SCRSs, but we're not really gonna get into that in this one because we voted to go... Oh, this guy was 90 the whole time? Oh, because Denkov is here now. We have a minus 40% on political advisors, so actually, I think that means we need to go ahead and grab like Chief Commissar here. Cost of going to the people and cost of influence Poland is reduced because it comes from a Polish family. But if we can get a political power buff this early, I mean, this is obviously the time you want to do it. Completed, focus, revolution, and spirit, patriarch of Moscow. Yeah, I just hope we're not going to get screwed here. Okay, wait, 10%. So that's another 0.5 essentially per day we'll get off this guy. Excuse me, 0.05. So 0.05. So it's going to take 20 days to get one political PowerPoint. Costs 90. So 90 times 20. So it's going to take half a year. It's going to take half a year for him to pay for himself. And then, we're going to also get a division. A Polish division will be raised when the war begins. That's interesting. I like that kind of flavor. Okay. Half a year. And what's hurting my political power right now? Because it's a multiplier, not a flat. So it's going to get better as everything else gets better. We're still getting hurt by the death throes of the Republic. Nabokov. Wait, what? Nabokov? Like the author? Is that... No, this is a different guy. Vladimir... No shit. Excuse me. No, it is him. It's him. Freaking Nabokov. So for those of you who don't know, this guy is a really famous like Russian who defected to, well, I don't know what would be the word, defection but he moved to America and became an American citizen, but he's most famous, of course, for Lolita, but he also did Pale Fire and stuff. You know, I gotta say, as somebody who's really into Russian literature, I have actually not read Lolita. I do not particularly have a driving want or need to read it. I definitely want to read. I want to find some authors to read out of kind of like the post-Bolshevik Revolution, who are specifically Russian authors who left. So like, you know, the diaspora, whatever you would call it, of the Russians. And like, I would like to read some, and Nabokov seems like the obvious one, but Lolita, and I know Lolita's complicated. It's not just, ooh, it's pedophilic smut. It's like, yeah, but it's saying that it's bad. It's like, okay, so do I need to read this thick book to tell me pedophilia is bad? Is that how that works? Like, I need to be taught that? I don't think so. And then there's that other guy who wrote the Gulag Archipelago, but then it turns out, I found out like before when I was researching it, because I was trying to find a cheap copy, turned out that he lied about things in the book, and he was like, yeah, and I did it on purpose. Well, then at that point, I might as well just find a historical account. I'm not really down with that. I mean, the irony, right? Oh yeah, Socialist Revolution in Iran. That's interesting. We'll see how that goes. You don't see this too often, because it's like they're gonna still go after the Ottomans, but we'll see how that plays out. Excuse me. So yeah, Nabokov, the writer of Lolita, I get, yeah, because the Bolsheviks aren't in power, so I guess he ended up as a minister, the son of a minister, as part of the Constitutional Democratic Party. Made a serious thorn in the side of the Savinkov regime. They have shot down legislation is unconstitutional. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about his books. But yeah, almost missed that. It's because, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a picture of this dude with a mustache. Okay. Reporters non-corporate output 30%. Oh, firm but moderate supporter of Savinkov. So he's basically somebody like, we have to liberate Middle Europa. But yeah, I think we are gonna get Karol Węgiełkowski here, and also plus 10% division recovery rate. That ain't nothing. That's nice to have too. So it says here he was born in the 1880s, charismatic and poetic chief propagandist. Comes from, you see, like, are we going to lose him? We changed political ideologies. Okay, Caden. Oh, you know the spin-offs and the tangents. One of the many reasons I've grown to like Takanashi Kiara more and more over the years. She understands the tangents. So this dude was a socialist in his youth. He fought in the Great War and was elected to be a political committee of Levar Kornilev's 8th Army. He met Zavinkau, a terrorist of a bygone era in the chaos of the February Revolution, parted ways after the... So it's like, it sounds like he's in the Savinkov crew, but he's like, I could take him or leave him. I got my own agenda. And if you're working for the things I want, let's do it. If not, later. So after the war, he's been in the inner ring, propagandizing and organizing contacts with the Polish nationals. Damn. I got a slice on my arm. It's been bugging me. Yeah, let's do it. I was just thinking about something. All right. I'm trying to select this. It's not allowing me to. What is the problem here, people? Okay. Oh, you know what it was? Did I have Nabokov open? Yeah, advisor can't be dismissed, so that was the issue. So cool. Yeah, we're up to 0.72 actually. Whoa, did I do the math on that wrong? Not that I'm complaining, but that's actually a much more significant read. That's like 0.2 a day we just picked up, when I thought we were picking up only 0.05-ish. Oh, yeah. Then, oh, this is great then. So then if we're getting an extra 0.2, so every 5 days we'll get a political power. Every 5 days we get one political power. 5 times 90 is 450. Oh, so I did the math wrong both ways. So this is actually going to take over a year to pay for itself. No! Because, no, hold on a sec. 5 days to get one political power. Then we need 90. So yeah, 90 times 5 to break even. 15 months, basically, before we'll pay that off. But then we got a lot of years ahead of us, so it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Citizens Romanovs, the current climate. Oh, there's two things, and there's something with the church. Okay, we'll start with the citizens Romanov. Basically, it's the Romanov family. So I'll have you guys vote on what we want to do. So we'll start a poll. What to do with? Romanovs. Exile them. Leave them alone. They are irrelevant. Oh, relevant doesn't know. Fit. Okay. And while you guys vote, I will read this. Excuse me. The current claimant to the Russian throne, albeit only in the minds of the monarchists, is former Grand Prince, now common citizen Kirill Vladimirovich Romanov. After the death of the Tsar's grandson Nikolai, Kirill, who was the first cousin of the Tsar, became the de facto heir. After the sore disappointment of the monarchists in 1921, as the monarchy was indeed not restored, they have been reasonably conciliatory. Kirill himself has been known as the Republican Tsar due to his siding with the February revolutionaries early on, and his subsequent support for the Republic if it is the will of the people. And my voice is a little worn down. It's because I was having to talk for... I didn't have to talk, but I ended up talking for a couple of hours earlier as well, so... my throat's feeling a little bit. I think I'm finally gonna get a humidifier, guys. It's been all these years of non-humidifier poverty streaming, but you know, the vocal cords are kind of important, so I probably should be humidifying them, whether I like it or not. Okay. Kirill's son Vladimir is the darling of the press. Young and handsome, he represents the very epitome of the modern royal of the 1930s. Vladimir delights in Russia's vibrant cultural life, takes part in motor racing competitions, I became a little Irish there for a second, and is a common host of charity events. Many of these also serve as a vehicle for politics, as the prince is a much bolder proponent of monarchism than his humble and moderate father is. It is Vladimir's strong personality that gives Russian monarchists hope. But Savinkov's ascension has created problems for the Romanovs. Savinkov has nothing but distaste for them, and hasn't yet dared to move against them, or just doesn't even consider them a threat. It does not help that many grassroots Svobodniks do not share Savinkov's hate of the monarchy. Quite the contrary. They hold even a rose-tinted view of the Romanovs as martyrs of the Civil War. Kirill has withdrawn from what few public appearances he did before, and the worsening political situation has given even Vladimir pause. Despite his initial statements claiming Savinkov is putting the Republic in order, he has since rebuked any attempt by SCRS figures to gain official approval from him. Whispers are that the Romanovs have been drafting plans to leave the country on short notice, should it come to the worst. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close the poll. I think that was enough time for people to, well, I guess I should give you a little bit more time since I've actually finished reading the thing. And, yeah, vote if you like while you can. What was I gonna say about Zeta Gundam? Oh yeah, so yeah, I haven't even watched. I think I'm basically gonna have to watch like 4 episodes a day, and I haven't done all that today. So we're gonna do the stream here, and then afterwards I'm gonna try to get an episode or 2 in. I mean, and you know, I'll have to do the math, but try to squeeze some in before bed. It's a good idea, you know. Watch some before bed, get that blue light thundering into your eyeballs, you know. But man, I like it, and you know, it's so dense, it's so interesting, and like I'm really paying a lot of attention to it because there's so much going on. It sometimes feels like every sentence in that show feels significant at times, and even though I was saying earlier how it's only sticking around till like the 20 something, and I'm trying to finish it, but there have been episodes I've watched more than once. Like, there's actually been a couple of episodes that I watched it and immediately like I want to watch that again because I think it's cool, but also it's like I gotta watch that again because damn, there's some shit happening and I want to make sure I'm understanding because you know there's so much espionage and stuff. So you're like, what's going on? Who's on whose side? What's happening here? You know, did I miss something? Did I miss a hint? Did like a sentence have a certain double meaning? It's yeah, it's cool. All right. I guess nobody else is voting, or oh no, we're tied. We're tied. So we're exactly tied. So I need somebody else to vote so that we can break the tie and make this decision. Then we'll do the Orthodox Church thing. So whoever's the next person to vote and break the tie, that's when I'll end the poll. So something, and I won't get specific because it's a spoiler issue, but for those of you who don't know, Zeta Gundam is a sequel to the original Gundam. So it has a different name, but it still keeps going. It seems like, I don't know if anthology would be the right word because I don't think you should watch Zeta before the earlier ones because there would be spoilers. But the reason I bring that up is because in Zeta Gundam you're introduced to some new characters, but the old ones come back too. It's just later in the timeline, but it's the same timeline. And you know, and so everybody's back, and so it's like in a TV show where you'd have the actors come back, right? But apparently, one of the voice actors, actress to be exact, couldn't make it back. I don't know why. I don't know what the circumstances were, but they replace her with a character that looks like her, but her personality is so completely freaking different, and it kind of reminds me of the Roseanne thing. If anybody used to watch that sitcom where they changed the daughter's actor, one of the daughter's actresses, for 3 years, and then they later changed her back. I don't know if the other character's gonna come back. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if like I don't know if this is like a contract dispute or if she's dead, you know. But hopefully not. But so this new character, though, the replacement character is, I'm sorry, is just this total bitch, femme fatale. But it's like she sticks out so much in this show full of, like, you know, this it's a space opera, right? And so, like, all of these characters are like, all the characters are really elevated. You know, in hopes and incarnations of trying to be a better part of humanity while stuck in this horrible, shitty human civil war situation, right? But then you've got this character who comes in and all she does is stir shit up. She's a shit stirrer. She's a line stepper, habitual line stepper, and it feels like she's there for the writers to just throw grenades into the plot anytime the characters are trying to. All right, we all shaking hands and agreed this is how things will work, and it's a good system, and nothing is going to change it. And then this character, she's just there to throw a grenade, just conflict. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with her, because one of the things I really love about Gundam is anybody and everybody's expendable at any given time, and I don't mean that in some sort of way like can somebody vote, please? We're tied, by the way. I'm just vamping until somebody votes to break the tie, because we're exactly 50-50 right now. But the funny thing is that, I mean, I like that anybody could die at any moment, because there's this real feeling of characters don't have arcs. You know, they're in a war, shit happens, and it like, there was a character in Zeta, and I won't say her name, but I was really enjoying her, and I was like, geez, I really can't wait to see how this character is going to develop. She's already so interesting. And she dies in, I think, the second episode that she's in. And even when she dies, though, it was awesome. But it was like, she basically got fridged. Like, she just got killed so somebody else can develop. But it was done in a good way, where in a way it's like, damn, she died and she's more interesting than the guy. But like, now it's like, it's hard to explain without getting into specifics. But I really like it. Goodness gracious, can somebody vote? Vote! You don't even need to register. Well, I guess you need to have a YouTube account, but somebody vote in the dang poll in the chat. So yeah, it's I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with this woman. Is she gonna be this character I said, who I think she's interesting, by the way. I'm not saying, like, even though I called her a bitch earlier, but I think she's very interesting, and I sure don't have a problem with the amount of screen time she's getting necessarily. I'm not like, get her out of here. But it's like she could die in the next episode for all I know. We're gonna have to go to a coin toss, I guess. Yeah, just people don't want to vote way too hard. Oh my gosh. Gotta make a decision and click a button. I wonder which one people are struggling with. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do an off-screen coin toss, or actually, there's a coin toss website. So, coin toss. All right, so we'll just say heads, exile them. Tails, they're of no consequence. Okay, okay, I'm on something called Rathleys. Click. Oh, give me that. I don't know if you heard that little ding. Heads. Okay, so we're gonna exile them before they start to conspire. That's gonna give me political power, but military anger is gonna go up. Military anger, incidentally, what is it at right now? 4. We're at 4. Just a heads up, y'all. Okay, so time for the Orthodox Church in the poll to prove that it was a 50-50, by the way. So let's do the new poll. Start a question. Okay, so Orthodox Church issue. Wait, it's not clicking. All right. Okay. So we're gonna say quid pro quo or stay passive and separate is how we'll describe it. So quid pro quo, for those of you who haven't been for those of you who haven't been keeping up on your Latin, it basically just means I'm gonna do something for you, you're gonna do something for me, and so like we'll help them out. Well, I guess let's hold on a second and separate. So like let's read the specifics here of what that entails. So it's the Russian Orthodox Church, like much of Russia, has endured the 20th century it more than it has lived it. Wow, man. Kaiserreich, the New World, and Equestrian War, they're all really good at. I mean, like Kaiserreich has a certain voice they've really locked in on. Like what a first sentence to open this information thing. This is where, as I said before, even Hearts of Iron 4, this is a role-playing game. But that line has in Russia, like much of Russia, has endured the 20th century more than it has lived it. I like that. Not that it's heck yeah, glad they went through that, but I mean, I like that phrase. Good turn of phrase. Caught in a seemingly endless web of debates regarding episcopal, monastic, and parish reforms, the church has navigated the treacherous waters of war and revolution, but never smoothly. Even the triumphant revival of the Moscow Patriarchate in 1917 was not spared from controversy. Patrick Tikhon earned a deserved reputation as an able leader in the tragedy of the Civil War. But his allegedly liberal attitudes prompted a reaction that bore fruit in the subsequent election of Patriarch Antony Krapovitsky after Tikhon's passing in 1929. Patriarch Antony, a firebrand of the Episcopal faction, wasted no time in riling up the confrontation, first by attempting to make all parishes commemorate the Romanov dynasty in their prayers rather than the more neutral civil authorities, and later by adamantly refusing to cooperate with any land reform. The souring of church-state relations has seen opposition to Antony coalesce around Metropolitan Sergei of Nizhny Novgorod, a moderate with a history of social welfare activism and who has likewise drawn moderate clerics and laity to his banner. I'm not sure what that word is, actually. Laity? But spelled that way? Hold on. I don't know this word. Laity, lay people as distinct from the clergy. Oh. Sort of like a lay person. I've never seen that word. Okay, so, though this schism, and I've taught at a religious school, though this schism within the church is rarely discussed openly, its intensity has grown stronger as Antony's declining health makes a new patriarchal election likely in the near future. With this in mind, many members of the Sergian faction have approached the SCRS for support, both out of practical concern for mending relations with the government, but in many cases out of genuine belief in the Subodnik's mission. The bishops themselves are unlikely to change their dislike of Savinkov, but with additional help, the SCRC could expand its influence among parishes with little difficulty. This in turn would ensure that Sergian priests are nominated by the laity and open an avenue through which to influence the broader church. The Sergians seem set on support... They definitely did that on purpose. The Sergians seem set on supporting the SCRS one way or another. But how much Savinkov is willing to sacrifice in return to the favor remains to be seen. Yeah, that's the S equivalent of the... Yes, I like that. The Sergians seem set. Sergians seem set on supporting the SCRC. Okay, so wow, overwhelming in the poll. Time for some quid pro quo. So what's going to happen is we're going to lose political power. We're going to give them a little something that's going to give us 5% stability. Oh my goodness, we'll be all the way up to -1 now. National populace will get more popular, of course, and popular anger will reduce, which I think is going to put it back at 2. I think it had been at 3. No, that got us to 3, or is that maybe need like a couple days to go by to reset that or something? I don't know. Anger level 3. Hey, it could be worse. Spirit of the Naval Academy. How can I possibly care? You got freaking Kolchak still here. Attack and maneuvering. I just don't care about the Navy. And it's BS that they won this year against Army. Oh, but don't worry, guys. It was only sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union game. Everything's on the up and up. Don't worry about it. All right. Land reform on 420 will begin. 420 will become a holiday in Russia to celebrate every year the beginning of land reform. And it'll have no other meaning. Certainly not anybody's birthday. So we're gonna so what we'll do is let's do another poll. Land reform. Land reform progress. Minimize impact or more popularity. Let's see here. Increase in results. Or improve in results. That's how I'll say it. Improve. Yeah, I'm really annoyed because I got this earworm in my head. I try to minimize the amount of time that I listen to any and all Bruno Mars. Sorry, any Bruno stands. Excuse me. I think I gotta blow my nose. Okay. Yeah, I had something stuck there. Okay. So what I was saying about the land reform and the... Oh yeah, I just had this damn earworm of the Bruno Mars song of some duet he did with someone called Rose, I think. And it goes, it's whatever you like. And somebody did a mashup with that in 3 for Marine, or the 3, or is it I always forget that. It's like becoming a Mandela effect in my head if it's called, which one it's called. But it's the duet she did with Kobo Kanaru. And so this dang... I don't like Bruno Mars, but I do like how the girl sounds, the woman. But I hate the part where he comes in and he's like, it's whatever you like. And I can't get it out of my damn head. I probably need to just sit down and listen to the whole song. They say that's how you, and it sometimes works, but like they say, if you have a song stuck in your head, it's because your brain can't like finish it. It's like stuck on a part of the song, so you have to listen through it and conclude it, and then that's how you get it out of your head. So anyway, the land reform begins. I guess I'll read the details of it, and the information's there on the poll. Excuse me. To destroy the peasants' common land is to destroy the soul of Russia. Excuse me. Actually, I'm saying, yeah, we're 100% on improve the end results, which makes sense. Like, why do we want to increase the popularity of national populism when we're going to be, pivoting away from this party popularity? Since we're doing the alliteration thing. But I'll just read this with a flavor while people votes. It's no secret that traditional strip farming is not only inefficient, but also that central Russia simply lacks the land needed to sustain all its peasants. If every Russian is to prosper, then there is little choice but to consolidate fields and direct the excess rural population in nearby cities or across the Urals into Siberia and Turkestan. Hopes are high that these efforts will, when paired with farm mechanization and new agronomical colleges, increase crop yields exponentially while respecting the MERS traditions. As councils of land divisions have appeared across Russia, the new reform program has entered its first official stages. Vast tracts of land have been earmarked for nationalization. Thousands of surveyors and judges are busy working through a decade of legal backlog. New artels, trade cooperatives have been established to house and provide work for the influx of peasants into towns and cities. Unfortunately, not everyone has been pleased to discover what the reforms actually entail. SZRS party offices have been flooded with letters addressed to President Savinkov demanding he punish ministers for misinterpreting his orders. The elders of many villages are furious that the state has given rural officials not only a veto on the election of village headmen, but also reserved the right to appoint one if the locals prove difficult. The consolidation of land strips has flared tempers, as while many peasants want land, few are keen on redrawing boundaries or leaving their home village outright. Even the agronomic college scheme has received vitriol. Greek. Oh, like the band. Vitriol, with some letters arguing that time spent in classrooms is less time spent in the fields. Though the party's spirits have somewhat deflated, many are adamant that the reforms must proceed as planned, and that there are simply growing pains. There will undoubtedly be more opposition in the future. Time will tell if the party is willing to pay the cost of confronting it. Okay, so with literally 100% of the vote, we're going to say this needs to get done no matter the reaction. Because, yeah, why would we make this current party more popular right now? Because we're going to switch away from it anyways. So there's no benefit to that. So it kind of reminds me of that game Catherine, if anybody ever played that. It's a thing where it's kind of like it's a game where essentially you are playing this guy who needs to pick between two women named Catherine. But there's a part of the game, like Catherine could really end up getting into it, but basically there's a part of the game where you have to answer questions, and it's not that there's wrong answers to the questions, it's just kind of a personal reflection thing. And no matter what you answer, you'll move on, but it also will then display for you the percentages of how people have answered that question worldwide. And I don't remember all the questions. I definitely remember the vibes of them, though. So, for example, there was one that essentially said, if you could have something you've always wanted, would you want it? And, that was it. It wasn't, but if you do that, you have to press a button and someone in the world dies. It was just, if you could have something you want, would you want it? And so it seemed like a trick question, so you click yes, and sure enough, 100% of people said yes. So, okay, that was weird. But then there's another question that I don't remember the specifics, but I remember that it was worded very strangely in a way that was confusing, or it's like, wait a minute, do they mean X or the opposite of X? Because that's kind of important. And then sure enough, whatever was the answer ended up picking, it was a 50-50 on the poll. And it probably was a question that they had really designed to be specifically confusing that way, to where it wouldn't matter much at all which you pick, really, because it's a confusing question. So sure enough, there it was, the 50-50. So there was a 50-50 split and a 100-0 split in that game on the question. So interesting stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can just look those questions up. Catherine video game questions. Or they call it confessionals. Yeah. List of confessional questions. Oh yeah, and yeah, there was that's right. It was order or freedom is what you're voting for. But some of these questions were stuff like, do you prefer being in quiet or loud places? Do you prefer to stand out from the crowd or fit in? Do you prefer an older or younger partner? Does your job always come first? So like they're kind of innocuous questions, but not really, because it's going to determine stuff later. So like there's a quote, but some of them are weird. So there's ones like, you must kiss one of these. Choose a cephalopod-like alien or a beautiful corpse. I'm just kind of skimming them. Would you have sex with an attractive ghost? Can money buy you love? Let's see. What are your thoughts on underpants? It's like one of the answers is you can wear it under your pants. So they're so it's a little weird. It's a little silly with it. Underpants rock. Yeah. It's like, but like the thing is, yeah, the two answers are it can go anywhere or you wear it under your pants, and it's like, what? You'd think one of them would be like, oh, I don't like underpants, or I do like them. One or the other is, huh? Oh, I'm gonna keep skimming. Just because a lot of these, it's like it has to do with your order freedom thing, but there's some that it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, do you spend money on fads? There's one that literally just says who is more your type, so you can choose which one to click. Yeah, what looks better on men, briefs or boxers? Let's see. Do you like children? So I'm now fascinated by this. Okay. Have you ever looked up dirty words for kicks? So it's like, have you ever typed in list of racial slurs into Wikipedia's search bar? Let's see here. And I mean, a lot of these are like couples questions, because like that's kind of what the game's about. So there's like, could you show everything in your inbox to your lover? So it's like, babe, check my emails. But there's also here, do you gesticulate while on the phone? See, there's the would you kiss an alien or a corpse question again. Some of these are repeats. There's a ton of them. There's like literally dozens. So, yeah, if you got reincarnated, would you want to be human? What the heck? It's like, do you want to see if people would love you if you were a worm? Let's see. Okay. So, anyway, how about we get back to the video game, shall we? Got a little distracted there. May 1st. Third Internationals just got their political power buffs. Okay, Manifesto of the Third Russia. National populism, or national narodism. National Neue Narodishnikstvo stems from the Nordics of the 19th century. So, Narodyanda Volya and the Socialist Revolutionary is finally becoming the defining ideology of the SCRS. Through the decades, men and methods have varied, but our untiring belief in the strength and will of the Russian peasant has not wavered. What do we believe in? We believe in the people, not in democracy. Tsarism, liberalism, and Marxism do not stem from Russian people. They are the ideas of elites and tyrants. This fucking quirky ass face he's saying this. making it like weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a Ross face or something. It's like a Friends face. The sitcom. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so it is the community of free Russian peasants that forms the heart and soul of Third Russia.
What do we believe in? We believe in an undivided and indivisible Russian civilization. One that is of spirit. You know what? We need better. Hold on. Let's pick a different track here. Need this. Need some Stalin in there. Some Stalingrad. We believe in an undivided and indivisible Russian civilization. One that is of spirit and will. Great fate. We believe in a great union of three peoples under the Third Russia. An opposition to capitalist and imperialist oppression of nations. What do we believe in? We believe in the Zod, the leader, on every level of society. We believe in untiring loyalty to the Russian cause. Exceptional individuals tasked to bring it into reality. What do we believe in? We believe in deeds, not words. Change comes through actions. Power comes through wills. Man has no greater cause but to kill and to die for the Russian cause. And most of all, we believe in victory. In Russia unshackled, in its people prosperous and brave, who will inherit the land. Glory to Russia! Glory to the Zod!
And for that, we will get approximately 10 political power. You know, it's really going to help with our pace on that. Yeah. Very good, very good. Especially with that commissar that we picked up. The multitudes that are in every Hearts of Iron 4 game. Really does contain them. Alright, the Anqing, not to be confused with the Anjing clique, has capitulated. Hello there, silly boyo. What is that profile pic? Can't really see that. It's just little silly boyo profile pic made in paint. I'm the gooberiest out of the silliest. Wow. What an honor to have you here. Okay, so we're going to organize relief work. Where we've already done that. So now we can't continue on until we do the program. But again, it's like, I don't... Oh, let's retire. Let's retire Nabokov's ass real quick. Yo, sit down! Mr. Lolita. Now we've got lowly culture goddamn infecting the Weebosphere decades later because of your shit. It's his fault, surely. That's how it works. So with the opposition bloc crumbling, the Supreme Court under Vladimir Nabokov stands as one of the few institutional pillars still opposing Savinkov. Fortunately, the reforms to expand the Duma will allow for a vote of no confidence. And the judges will have no choice but to surrender to the people's will. I don't know. Are we on the right path? Like, are we, I mean, it's only May. Military anger is getting decently high. I'm sure there's going to be more events. Is there maybe anything down here? See, this makes people available, but it doesn't actually up all that much. I need it later, but... We were going to do Will to Victory too, right? New Cav. Yes, because I eventually wanted Army of Steel, or no, what was the damn good one I really liked here? Separate mechanized divisions. Based on your armor technology, having the following increases deployed division by 1 per focus. Direct support armor, War of Motors, Academy. Okay, so the Academy's here. War of Motors was over here somewhere. Yeah, War of Motors. Ooh, that'll give me some stuff right now. Tenkograd. Actually, it's just 2 factories, and then the other thing's just available. That's actually maybe not as good as I think. Oh, but this you could do either way. But... Expansion, guard formations, armor division, attack defense, brigade side up. Oh yeah! Creates 2 divisions.
just Russian? Well, that's not helpful. There's not one that's just called Russian. I mean, armor. But I think Will to Victory was going to be the way. Yeah, big breakthrough. Just stack all that shit. Division experience gain. Yeah, I don't even know. I'll probably take my time really coming down here, but separate military divisions, yes. So War of Mortars, and then where is the direct support armor again? Right here. Unlocks improved variant of Sormov. If Sormov is already hired, you'll get a better version. That's the tank one I wanted, right? Sormov, yeah, speed and reliability. Oh, yeah. We like reliability buffs. Oh, we get them there, too, though. Oh, this is all for the variants and stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that. So speed, reliability. Also helps with the submarines, interestingly enough. Train production cost around. I mean, the train stuff, I'm usually pretty good about that. Our armor plus 20% is pretty sick. No, we'll do Somarov, though, when the time comes. Okay, so then, just so I don't forget to do it later, we're going to do Will to Victory now, which, again, not amazing, but, you know what? Maybe I really shouldn't, because it's like 2 factories ain't much with something. Yeah, none of these things are really needed until it's wartime. We don't need this till much later. Yeah, never mind. I like, of course it's gonna be victory. What else could it be? Well, there's science of victory, though. Cause event that may increase military anger. I think I want that. Actually, state aviation. Isn't there something here where I just get factories? And these are all technologies. Flying high in the northern skies. Oh, I can modify Black Monday down here. All right, that's neat. Can't do this stuff anyway. Yeah, I think we're gonna push the military's anger. That's what we want to do. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna, can I just... Okay. I'm going to cover my screen here for a second. Big zoom up of the face. Big zoom up of the logo. This logo that has served me well with all these years. Okay. Uh-oh. I am trying to find something, and it's not here. Or there's an error. Here we go. Okay, no, it's working now. Okay. But there's we might need to get another patch in here. It's gonna break the saves. I think. Okay. The right is still over. Alright. Got it. Alright, we can reduce this now. Or I could just do that. Okay. So we can build some roadworks here, infrastructure. Consumer good value. I mean, it's the political power cost. Oh, these all modify Black Monday, though. And it's like how we'll dig ourselves out of it, I suppose. Yes, yeah. Grandpa minus 60% is pretty painful. But I want that research thing, man. Gotta get this. Gotta get that OPZ. Alright, the plight of the farmers. The market fluctuations hit the countryside slower, but when they do, they hit hard. Farmers live from harvest to harvest, and right now they will not make a profit from the next harvest. Russia, like most of Eastern Europe, has traditionally been an exporter of agricultural goods, and now local peasants and large landowners are looking at an uncertain future. Stories are being told of Ukrainian peasants burning their wheat as they cannot afford coal, and such a future may soon be in store for Russians too. The situation is not helped by SCRS supported land banks that granted easy loans for farmers, which have now backfired on the farmers who were relying on stable harvests. Yeah, got that special interest rate just for you, 24%. So we could, all right, basically, sort of poll how to help farmers' plight. Times are tough all over. Set up debt forgiveness program. Okay, so if we just say, hey, tough break, Black Monday is actually going to get worse. And if we start debt forgiveness, it's still going to get worse, but our popular anger will go down. Is that how it's supposed to be? I think it would be like if you pay the political power and then you don't get the negative effects. So it's like people are less angry, and your economy's doing better, but you had to spend political power to do it. So no, that's robbed you of other things. It's basically resource trading. So. But these modifiers could be funky sometimes with 40. So then either, if I'm understanding this correctly, no matter what we pick, we'll be at 50% consumer good factories consumed by Black Monday, no matter what. Vote, people! Check the chat and vote, please. Kind of reminds me of the Caprica anthem Bear McCreary did for Valstar. Very similar. Keep on voting, I'll give you about a minute. What if the music's too loud now? I feel like it's a tiny bit too loud. Yeah, that seems okay. Quiet chat tonight. Because people just aren't on. It's because I haven't been streaming regularly either, so I wonder how much it's actually letting people know to tune in. But it seems like no one else wants to vote, so we'll end the poll. Alright, so we're going to tell them everyone has it tough. So we do that, and now if I check Black Monday, yeah, 50% consumer good factories. So, well, there we are. But the way that was worded, it seems like that was going to happen no matter what. Like, that the debt relief's not actually doing anything to make it better or worse. Which seems like an oversight. And for them to program it that way. Mongolia, stuff's happening. I wanna get this industry. 0.77 political power a day. And it'll go up more later. These. That's right, popular military anger also. So, vote has passed. This is litigation crap that I never care about. I'm sure it's interesting to a lot of people. It is kind of interesting, but not for me. A lot of polls in the chat. Looking at it, looking all stacked up. Asian Council votes on providing aid. Great.
Ungarin's generals escaped to Russia following the overthrow of Baron Roman von Ungar. Wait a second. Oh, damn it. No. Okay, no, sorry. A thought just crossed my mind as about something. And I'm like, oh, shit, I gotta move some stuff around. Okay. Following the overthrow of Baron Roman von Ungar-Sternberg's government in Mongolia, he and many of his non-Mongolian associates were forced to flee the country. Ungarin and his general, Mikhail Toronovsky and Boris Rezunkin, were able to cross the border and escape to Irkutsk. Together with them is Nikolai Kazgrandi, who was sent as attaché to Mongolia in 1931 and serves as something of a liaison between Sternberg and us. They have written a letter to Boris Savinkov offering their services to the Russian army. Oh, so we could bring them in. Like, they'll be generals? Welcome back, Kazgrandi, but others will not be reinstated. Oh, I'm going to have this go to a poll, but I'm pretty sure I know what everyone's going to vote. Let Baron Roman into Russia. Yes. He is both Rome and Mongol. Okay, I'm gonna do. I don't know if this gets censored. Oh no, that looks like Heil. I was gonna spell hell with HE1L, but then it looks like Heil. No. So I'll censor the E. I'll just do apostrophe. L. Nah. Can't do this. Yeah, that would have been an oopsie. Screenshots everywhere. So ooh, stretch. Alright. I think we might be dealing with a dead chat here. I'll give you guys another minute, though, to vote. If not, then I'll just have to call it. I mean, geez, if this is low, what this is telling me, this actually makes things worse, that I might need to be doing the 2-a-day streams, just get some visibility back. Because, I mean, no, I'm going to hit it on the way out, but I do like the interaction. It helps funny moments happen. And also because, you know, trying to have people vote. Oh. Yeah, sleepy still. Like, for those of you who were in this morning stream, like I was saying, didn't sleep great, and I've been up since early, so kind of one of the reasons why I've been also trying to catch some Zeta after this is to hopefully just stay awake. Like, I'm trying to get tired enough that I know I'll sleep through the night. I've become spoiled by getting so much, like, being able to sleep when I want to sleep, because usually I'm a habitually bad sleeper. Alright, so let's end the poll. Yeah, we got dead chat here, so I gotta get myself back into YouTube's algorithm so it'll tell people I'm streaming, because I sure have the subscriber count, but I've also heard and seen quite enough that YouTube's not always the best about informing people on streams. I know I pretty regularly, it's almost like priced in that my phone will go off like 15 to 20 minutes later after I, you know, whenever you see somebody's got a live stream coming, so you schedule it. Or like he's like, yeah, send me the notification. It's like 15 or 20 minutes in. It's like, well, that was useful. Now that it's over or something. Or, no, me stream wouldn't be over, but sometimes it's annoying when it's also like a pre-recorded thing. So since we got dead chat going, I'm getting swarmed by bots. Yeah, so we'll bring him in. That's gonna cost us 30 political power. Don't love that, but now if we look in here, Roman. Whoops, there's the man himself, Roman von Urger Sternberg. He's reckless, a harsh leader, a cavalry officer. He's the legacy of the Whites. He's monarchist and charismatic. And +5 attack, doggone. Russia has so many good generals. So what we'll do is we'll stop it here, and yeah, maybe I do need to do like an hour stream tomorrow morning. But as of right now, we're gonna say it'll be tomorrow night. So everybody have a pleasant evening, and I will see you tomorrow.